wow, that's nice.
Oh my! Company? How on earth did you get in here? Oh, please don't.
Let me turn that off.
I have no intention of making a meal of you. Please call me the Duke. I am but a humble merchant, purveyor of goods to lords and ladies, prophets and priestesses.
So yes, I didn't know this was a thing.
I do so strive to please my patrons. I hope
until like 2 minutes ago, so
but of course it is not
I just saw somebody else advertising it, so I was like,
the
ooh.
wares on offer for you.
I didn't know Resident Evil was getting a
I
stream
deal in
today.
all manner of commerce, but today
But I imagine they're going to do
trade
the Wall of Rose or whatever
This
the
place
DLC is
a
called.
veritable hoard of
Right.
information.
Probably going to show off some more of probably going to show off more of. I'm going to turn this down because it's talking over me.
But you look
It's
like you're
distracting
well
me.
aware of the value of such things.
Resident Evil 4
Well, since we're here, I've got a
VR,
few morsels I'd love
or
to
whether the
share
remake
with
is.
such a
I think they've
connoisseur.
released VR, I'm not sure.
Please, take a gander.
But yes, I was going to eventually get to the Resident Evil 8 expansion pack. Currently going through Resident Evil 2 at the moment, which I'll continue after this.
Happy half birthday, Rose.
Half birthday. It was a very short nightmare. He wasn't
I
in.
just want to find my daughter.
Oh yes, that's right. They're releasing it in a third-person mode as well,
I'll always be there for you.
which is quite
No
interesting.
matter what.
Although it obviously should be free, really. Because then again, I suppose there's a ton of animations they've got to probably put in. It's probably more animation work than I realised in making it into
You
3D.
are my precious Rose.
And I didn't care. So long as we were together.
She's got like a weird Jill Valentine look.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
Or, no, or maybe Claire. Maybe Capcom just used the same face actors. But it looks like we're going back to the same place, so I'm going to guess they're going to like reuse the castle and probably some other stuff, the caves as well, by the looks of it.
Sometimes, when I feel lost or afraid, I try to imagine what he might have said to me.
No matter. Your imminent demise
Jesus, that's
is
grotesque.
inevitable.
I love you, but I won't let anything happen to Rose.
Hopefully we get more info on the merchant himself, as opposed because
I've got this.
that was a very Jill Valentine line. Yes, what was it? Yes, I feel like I was kind of hoping we'd get more info on the merchant in hopefully in this expansion pack, because
I'm
last
Kento
time
Kinoshita, the director of the Winter's expansion.
we in the main game you didn't get much explanation.
Ethan gave his life to protect Rose. And in the end, you see how she's grown. What kind of person is 16-year-old Rose? That's what we wanted to explore, so we decided to have her at that age in this expansion.
You said you had something important to tell me?
She's trying to get rid of her unwanted powers, but to do that, she is forced to return to the origin of her misfortune.
I don't know. I
We
think
thought that concept had a lot of potential for an interesting story. So the setting this time is the realm of consciousness.
you mean you wanted
Going
to
back one more time to that village.
reuse the same assets you already had. Just add a couple of like
The word
blood
nightmare
patches
is
here and there
synonymous
instead.
with fear. For instance, if you've ever had a childhood fever that caused a nightmare, Even if they only last for an instant, like the feeling of being attacked by a giant doll, or something else similarly so completely unrealistic, can remain as a fragment of a memory for the rest of your life.
It's a lot scarier
I
though.
wanted the core of the feeling of fear to come from the kind of memories and nightmares that still haunt people to this day. We wanted to choose characters that would interest people who didn't play the Mercenaries mode, but would be interested in playing a different type of character.
Okay, well that's
There are
definitely
characters
interesting.
called Lords, and playing as them allows you to perform amazing skills and attacks that a regular human could not. Being able to play them was more fun, so that's why we chose those characters. We balanced things to ensure that as little time as possible was spent waiting for enemies to appear. For instance, if a player doesn't finish off an enemy, it will chase after the player. We made adjustments like this to raise the tempo and increase the fun of defeating enemy after enemy. In an FPS, you experience the game world as if it's through your own eyes. So it can be incredibly scary to play a horror game from that perspective. There are some players out there who might find it too scary or experience motion sickness in the first-person perspective. They might not enjoy the FPS genre. So we wanted to make a third-person mode for those players, to enjoy the game to its fullest.
I can't imagine that would be much of a selling point to people, because you've got to buy the game and then you've got to buy the DLC
When the player
just to
character
get
dies,
the third person.
it doesn't feel as much like
mode.
you yourself are dying. And you can enjoy playing it as a game to confront the fear that it creates, which is a very different experience. I think third-person mode is a perfect way for people to return to Resident Evil Village, as both a game and an experience.
Certainly an interesting.
Wouldn't it be okay to show Ethan's face? We gave that question some thought. So even in third-person mode,
turn.
if you try to turn the camera to see his face, Ethan will look away, and you're not quite able to get a good look.
I mean, at this point, someone could just mod the camera
Each of the
controls
three
like they
editions
did
are
in Resident
interesting
Evil
in
2,
their own
so
way, and we hope you really enjoy the expansion. Please look forward to it. Thank you.
and Resident Evil 4 is obviously going to be making an appearance.
Now we have an amazing announcement for you. Starting today, a demo for the third-person mode will be available.
Why do they do
Here
the
is the
timers?
release
The
date
timers
and
make it so
platforms for the
shit.
demo. This demo can be played for a total of 60 minutes in third-person mode, or the previously existing first-person mode.
The whole timer thing's annoying as hell.
Mission adjustment?
No, doesn't change anything.
Been a while since we fought together, Captain.
Doing nothing but recon's gotten me out of shape.
Let's have some fun, people.
Move out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody gives a shit about reverse. I couldn't care less. I haven't even bothered to load up any of the games. What was the other one? I think there's one that came with 3. Resistance? Something like that? I honestly can't remember.
Resident Evil RE-Verse is free content for those who own Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. This game has crossplay, and you can fight players across all platforms.
Well, that's good, because you're going to need it
Those who
to
already
find
own
players who
Resident
actually
Evil
want to play
Village
this
will
game.
be able to participate in the early access period starting October 24th. Additionally, updates are planned for Resident Evil RE-Verse after it has been officially released.
I'm surprised I haven't just abandoned
Here
that
are some
already.
details for the early access and updates. Also, Resident Evil Village will be playable on PlayStation VR 2.
Hi, this is Akiyama from Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Resident Evil Village VR mode, currently in development for PlayStation VR 2, will allow you to explore next-gen VR, making the ultimate immersive experience a reality. The VR mode in the previous title, Resident Evil 7, was well received by the world thanks to its stunning horror experience. And the VR mode in Resident Evil Village takes up the challenge to improve and enhance the same
It's a
experience.
shame that the
and bring
VR
it to
never
the
got.
next level.
I mean, I don't even have a VR headset, so it doesn't really bother me.
The first biggest
Or concern me,
improvement
I suppose.
is the
It's a
visual
shame it didn't get
enhancements.
ported to the other
VR
devices.
mode in Resident Evil Village will support 4K HDR,
Although I
which
imagine
allows
somebody
natural
could modify
designs
it.
to be displayed in the intended
Somebody
colors
smart
to
could
showcase the
modify
beautiful
it.
and bizarre world of Village. The intricacy of Village, shown in high resolution, made possible by the PlayStation 5, allows the users to take a closer look at the fine details of various objects and makes the game experience more immersive. There is also a significant improvement in latency. Compared to Resident Evil 7 on PSVR, both latency and responsiveness have been improved, elevating the VR experience as a whole. The second biggest improvement is enhanced immersive sound experience provided by Tempest 3D audio technology. Village uses ambisonics and object audio for presence and powerful sound. Playing on PlayStation VR 2 allows the VR headset movement and audio to be more closely synchronized and dynamically changes the feel depending on the player position and head movement for a more immersive experience. Another point of improvement is a more intuitive and realistic gaming experience using the PlayStation VR 2 Sense controller. Only the DualShock 4 was supported in the previous title, but Village now supports the PlayStation VR 2 Sense controller, allowing for more intuitive and flexible controls, making it feel almost as if you are really there holding the weapons that appear in the game. There are so many other elements in Village that we couldn't share today. Please look forward to Resident Evil Village VR mode, which allows you to capture amazingly realistic experiences with your eyes, ears, and senses.
How delightful. Such delectable information ought to be savored. What's that? You want more? What a greedy thing you are. No, it's quite all right. I love to see a healthy appetite. I'll do my best to sate your hunger. Come, have a look at this.
And that's 4, obviously. Yep. Now, I wish I could, but I don't. Not unless they make some massive changes to the game.
Hello everyone. I'm the producer of Resident Evil 4, Yoshiaki Hirabayashi. I'm here today to deliver the newest information about the title. First, please enjoy this new gameplay footage.
I mean, it's obviously running on the newest version of Reach for the Moon engine, which is a pretty good engine.
How far could he have
And
gone?
the fidelity is pretty incredible. And honestly, I probably will pick it up. Knowing me, I'll complain. Well, I won't. I'm not complaining, but I've never been a fan of Resident Evil 4, but I'll probably pick it up regardless at some point.
Anyone home?
Maybe the additions they added will improve it for me. I'm surprised they didn't do like the first scene when you go into the house and then you're instantly attacked by the villager because he doesn't speak English, so Leon shoots him.
Hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on? What was that?
They've got quite a new minimalist HUD, which is quite nice because it was quite big and chunky in the.
No fucking way.
I'm not sure. Hopefully, you can change that to hold. And it won't just be mash. I think they did change it on Resident Evil 8. I think you could change it to whatever you wanted. So hopefully that's still a thing in this one. Because holding it's a lot better when you play on PC. I wonder if they're doing a reimagining.
This is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
The President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a reimagining like Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII, or if it's a one-to-one remake. It seems like it's going to be largely a remake, but some bits will be reimagined. I read that as break face for a second there. That cow gonna set, yeah, it was. I was going to say, is that going to set the cow alight? I was too stunned to speak. Oh, it's Chainsaw Man. One thing I want to see the Spanish guy, which I know doesn't help. Forget his name. You hold up in a little hut with him. I forget. I think he's got a very generic Spanish name, which is why I can't remember it. Something like Carlos or something like that. Are they gonna? I'm gonna wonder if they're gonna finish it with showing you Leon's head getting chainsawed off. Or if they're going to cut away. Because Resident Evil 2 was incredibly gory and graphic. Whereas 3 toned it down a bit. God, that guy's... Yep, pretty much what I suspected. I mean, it was fairly obvious, but...
As you just saw, we are paying respect to the original game's world, while implementing new
yes,
ideas
okay, so yes,
and
it is. It's a
state-of-the-art
reimagining.
graphics to strengthen the core concepts.
Well, that
of
might
the
be
title.
interesting because they could get rid of all the shit that was in Resident Evil 4.
This game will provide a fresh experience
and
with the sense of familiarity if you played the original.
Hopefully,
that both newcomers and veterans to Resident Evil 4 will
hopefully, if
enjoy.
they cut out all the shit that was in Resident Evil 4, and there was a lot of shit.
No fucking way.
The Ganados will have all new ways to attack. They are closing in on Leon during his mission and will attack with an even greater variety of methods.
My biggest problem with
than the
Resident Evil
original
4
release.
was
Leon fights back with firearms, close combat maneuvers,
obviously the
a
new,
newly added parry using his knife, and
it's
more.
not new style of gameplay rather. as opposed to
management and
the
upgrade
fixed
elements
camera
are
angles,
critical
and the
for
fact that
survival.
most of the game is just an
Just
escort
as in the
mission.
original, using the attaché case effectively will be key. In addition to managing the weapons and items you carry and synthesizing herbs, this also allows you to craft ammunition and other items.
Well, I guess I'll hold my
stranger.
Of course, we can't forget the merchant.
Something new for you.
You can purchase weapons and items.
It's not as good
and
as
customize
the
them to
original
suit your playstyle.
merchant. The original merchant's got quite an iconic voice.
We've also added
Unlike
a trade
me.
mechanic where rare gems you've collected can be exchanged for special items.
You can't go wrong with that.
He's not cockney
We're
enough.
rebuilding the original game while respecting its core experience, adding new ideas, and modernizing the playfield.
Hopefully there'll be a mod that will allow you to replace
Now
the
I'd like
old
to share some new information regarding this product's
replace
release.
the old voice actor.
We announced that Resident Evil 4 will also be available to play on PlayStation 4 in addition to PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 4 version can
That's
be
not a
upgraded
surprise.
to the PlayStation 5 digital version at no additional
It's good that
cost.
Sony
I'd
allows
like
them
to
to do that though,
introduce
because
two other editions we are preparing
Sony
for
have been
players looking
fucking
for more than the standard edition.
consumers in the arse when it comes to
The
backwards
first is the
compatibility for
deluxe
like
edition.
half,
This includes
well,
additional
it's nearly a
content
decade.
such as costumes,
Half a decade
special
at least.
weapons, a treasure map, and more. Next is the physical-only collector's edition. This edition includes the
I bet that's
contents
something
of the
insane,
deluxe
like
edition,
£200
as well as a Leon figure, a special map,
to buy it all.
art book, soundtrack, and more. Also, pre-orders start today.
I guess.
If you pre-order the standard edition, you'll receive the attaché case gold and special charm handgun ammo.
He really gives a shit
If you
about that.
pre-order the deluxe edition or collector's edition, you'll receive the standard edition pre-order bonuses, as well as attaché case classic and special charm green herb. If you pre-order the digital version on the PlayStation Store, you'll
saying-
receive a mini
I'm starting
soundtrack.
to wonder if it's
You
a
can secure these
timed
bonuses
exclusive
by pre-ordering
for
Resident Evil
PlayStation
4.
because they seem to just be talking about how it's on PlayStation.
Thank you for watching so far. We are working hard to create a game that everyone will enjoy. So please, look forward to it. Before I go, we have one more update for you.
Oh, really?
Let's take a look.
What could it possibly be? Is it a film? A new animated film or something? Because I can't think what else it would be. Or is it Dead by Daylight crossover? Because that's a possibility. Oh, or is it just Ada's
You're
campaign?
here looking for someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
There he is.
Ashley, where are you?
Your soul requires cleansing.
Ashley Graham, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen. I'm hearing the president's orders and
What is that? What do we do?
The lost lambs are escaping.
we need to go. I'm gonna get you home safe.
You can stop right there.
Ada, who are you? And what are you doing here?
My faithful disciple will show her the path.
Ashley, run!
The entire world shall overflow with his grace.
What's happening to me?
Now, abandon your body.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what.
Now that he has chosen death.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, I hope the unlockables are a lot better than they were in Resident Evil 8, because Resident Evil 8 had possibly the worst unlockables. for a Resident Evil game, excluding 6, I think. I don't remember 6 having any, except for the extra campaign. But usually you want a good like rocket launcher.
Did you enjoy the Resident Evil showcase?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't.
Let's recap.
It wasn't bad.
First, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition launches on Friday, October 28th.
October, that's what? That's
if you
like
already
8
own
days.
Resident Evil Village, you could purchase the Winter's Expansion
7
DLC
days
separately.
really, because today's almost
the Winter's
over.
Expansion includes 3 additional
Oh boy,
modes.
so I've got 7 days to get to about 5 Resident Evil games.
The Powered Up, the Mercenaries Additional Orders, and the new story campaign, Shadows of Rose. Oh yes, a demo for the third-person mode will be available today. Don't forget, the early access period for Resident Evil ReVerse begins October 24th.
Okay, well I'm gonna switch over to Resident Evil 2 now.
Feeling of immersion when you
just
play
because
Resident Evil Village on PlayStation
obviously I don't have much
VR2.
time left if I'm going to play Resident Evil 8.
Announcements coming at a later date.
Excuse me.
The newest entry in the series, Resident Evil 4, will release on Friday, March 24th, 2023, and you can pre-order it today. We hope you look forward to it. Thank you very much for watching.
Well, well, looks like you've had your fill. With such a grand display, I should hope so. Oh, I'm afraid I have an appointment I must attend to. Just a bit of bartering with another merchant. An odd chap, but his information's good. And I shouldn't say any more. Anyway, I do hope I'll see you again. I'll strive to prepare a suitably satisfying stock of goods.
Interesting. Well, I'll have to have a quick check of whether or not it's even coming to PC or if it's just a timed exclusive. But other than that, it's it seems to be fairly decent. So I'm just going to switch over to Resident Evil 2.